All right, guys, this is Bronson's By Any Means Necessary Travel, and I'm on Tumamoc Hill. I'm heading down. I figured I'd record my descent rather than the way up because several reasons. Mostly, I didn't want you guys to hear my heavy breathing because even if I wasn't out of shape, I remember back in the day when I was in great shape, I was still a heavy breather. When I was working out, I was a heavy breather and a heavy sweater. So that definitely hasn't changed as I've gotten older and less in shape. But this is Tumamoc Hill in Tucson, Arizona, and I'm gonna film my descent because it's much prettier. You get to see all the plant life and the view of the city. I'm not sure how long the videos will be. It'll probably be one of my longer ones. I think it'll take me less time to get down than it did to get up as well. So that's another reason I filmed it. I didn't want to film the entire hike, and I just kind of thought the walk down would be a more pleasant viewing experience. So here we go. Hope you enjoy it. Oh, I just can learn a little something about mule deer as well. I know you're not gonna be able to read that in the 6 seconds I'm gonna give you, but you can always screenshot it if you care. And that is the Greater Tucson, a city of roughly a little bit less than 550,000 people. I'm assuming that's during, not including the college kids. So with the college kids here, probably raises it another 40 to 50 to get it around 600,000 people, which will put it roughly in the same population size as Portland. Let this guy pass. There we've got the Tucson Mountains, and then the Catalinas over there, and then way over there in the distance, you got the Rincones. Coming up around these trees, we'll have downtown Tucson, the freeway, the I-10. Even though it is a fairly large city, it doesn't have a big downtown like a lot of other major cities, which I think is another part of the appeal for me. Downtown is definitely still a little weird. There's a lot of construction and one-way streets, and the streets aren't necessarily straight down there, so it gets a little confusing as someone new to town. It's actually, I've walked down there several times. It's a lot easier to walk down there than to drive down there, which is probably secretly one of the reasons the city is doing what it's doing down there. They want to be more pedestrian friendly and biker friendly. Also wanted to stop and show you this Gila monster sign because there's some neat little facts on there too that I didn't know about until I walked up here. So we'll give you a few seconds of this. Again, if you want to actually read it, you can either come up here yourself or take a screenshot or pause the video. I guess you can do that too. Continuing on, Tumamoc Hill has some very large and fairly healthy saguaros, like this one right here. This monster, not too much black on it. I mean, the base is definitely bad, but I mean, you can tell it's had a long life given all the arms that it has and the size of it. So it shows you that this is fertile land here on this hill. This is Tumamoc is apparently an active volcano, or a volcano. It was an active volcano at one point, And this is believed to be where the civilization of Tucson started all those thousands of years ago. Tucson actually means, in whatever language is translated from, at the base of the Black Hill. And they believe, scientists, archaeologists, all of them believe that Tumamoc was the base of the Black Hill that they are referring to. Haven't really seen any wildlife out here. No snakes, thank God. No Gila monsters, no javelinas, no birds even. Bugs. Well, actually, I did see a dragonfly earlier. Let's go over here. Get you a view of this. Continue on. I want you guys to fall in love with Tucson from this video, and then I want a bunch of you to move here, even though that'll really piss the natives off. People always like to gaslight, or not gaslight. What's the word I'm looking for? Not gaslight. Gatekeep. People really like to gatekeep their own little places. They just, they're justifiably, they like having all this beauty without the massive size of Phoenix, the massive, homeless crisis of Phoenix. Even though there is a lot of homeless people here too, it doesn't really matter where you go. Homeless people are everywhere. Oklahoma City, which is a very red city, big homeless problem. Anchorage, Alaska, snow-covered, frozen city, massive homeless problem. Doesn't matter where you go. But they also like the cheap housing here, which is an appeal. I mean, it has gotten definitely more expensive in the last 2 years since I started looking, but it's still cheaper than where I came from. And, I still found, you can still find some pretty decent places for less than $1,000. There's actually a place over here on the west side, which is where I really want to live after my lease is up in 10 months. I'll probably try to move over here. I found a place for like nine something out there, which is where I really want to be. The place I picked was a place where my friend lives, and she's having some health problems. She needs some extra eyes on her, and it's nice to have a friend, so close and nearby that I can go visit every day and stuff. So, plus, this place was cheap. Utilities were included, all less than $9.50. It's just not in the greatest part of town, but you know what? I'm just happy to be here at this point. So, hopefully she gets better, and I can comfortably move away at some point and move to a different part of town. But for now, where I'm at is going to be good for my first year. And this Tumamoc is a very, very, very popular hike. I've seen tons of people since walking, going up, coming down. The parking lot, every other time I've tried to come here, it's been very full. Today, I was blessed by, maybe because it's a Wednesday, it was mid-morning, late morning now. I think it's about close to noon. By the time I get down, it'll probably be noon. For other people, other points of interest here, A Mountain is that one right over there. There's a big A on it. Roughly the same size, roughly the same views. A little bit much easier hike. You can actually drive up to the top. And here, there is a road. You can drive up here if you have like a golf cart or a university authorized vehicle. Because this is part of university. The university bears one of science research stuff. There's all these buildings. I don't know if you probably didn't see the buildings. I probably didn't show them to you. There's buildings at the top. Research center. Buildings here, right down there that we'll get to in a few minutes. Part of the University of Arizona Research Center. People coming. That's wild. That girl was wearing scrubs. Doesn't have health insurance. So she clearly works in the medical field. Probably at the hospital right down here, St. Mary's Hospital, at the base of the hill. And they're probably hiking this on their lunch break or something. And she don't have medical insurance. How crazy. Wild, wild world. What a country. Great views though. Boy. The big reason I fell in love with Tucson myself was just the sheer beauty of this area. I personally think it is way prettier down here than Phoenix is. But Phoenix, Phoenix does have a lot more to do. Phoenix does have all the pro sports, which I'm probably gonna have to go up there, catch a baseball game a couple times this year. I got some family up there. The freeway system in Phoenix, fantastic. Best freeway system I've seen so far. Love it. But that's about the only appeal. Phoenix for me. Freeways, sports. Pushing a stroller, that's a good workout.
Yeah. I didn't realize it all was up.
Yeah, good luck. Oh, you heard her. She didn't realize this was all uphill. Yeah, it was a bit harder than I thought for me. So she's gonna, I don't think she had water either. I don't know if she's gonna make it to the top. Kind of worried about her. So this is part of the research center buildings, which this brick front's pretty cool. Cool looking. Another great view over there. In fact, why not? We'll go over there. Another beautiful, large saguaro that lived a long, healthy life. I was already over here once, but I'll go back over here so you guys can see it too. This is just the west side of Tucson. For me, is the most beautiful part of Tucson, and this. You'd think they'd have like a ladder or something, but well, I guess they got some stairs over there. Okay, cool. I'm not gonna go down there right now, but it's good to know for the future. I'm definitely coming back here. I'll try to make this a weekly event. Not the filming part, obviously, but the walking part. I gotta get better at it. Gotta get better shape. Continuing on down the trail, or the hill. I don't know if it's really a trail. Sorry for my stream of consciousness commentary. I do not edit my videos, so you'll just have to bear through it. Although I do need to look into some editing software and stuff like that, because I would like to, splice together some of my content, or take, shorter videos and kind of splice them together to make one nicer video. Might help my viewership. but I like to be authentic. I'm a very authentic person. I don't really like fake. Can't stand fake people. So I don't want to give away too much of who I am just to be famous. And that's probably why I'll never be famous. I took a picture here earlier. I just loved it. I loved how the saguaros kind of blended in with the city. More super healthy giant saguaros on this side. I actually saw a lot more people going up and coming down when I was going up than people coming up now. But I mean, still, definitely a popular hill. I'd be amazed if I ever came here and there was no one else here. Much more pleasant walk, too. I don't feel down. I meant much more pleasant walk down. I don't feel like I'm exerting myself really at all. It's definitely a workout to get up, but you can get to reward yourself on the way down. Speed limit 15. I bet you cyclists who come up here are definitely probably going faster than 15 miles an hour down this hill. But there's some tight corners, so I don't know. I really need to get my bike fixed though. I really thought I would have done that by now. I was really excited to get down here and be cycling year round. Haven't done it at all. But this would be a great place to cycle. It's a the whole west side. This hill would be great. A Mountain would be great. Saguaro National Park West. Great cycling place. Really can't wait. Can't wait, just gotta get caught back up money wise. Just got screwed on taxes and haven't really traveled yet this year, so been spending money on that too. So I did kind of finally get caught up and then just had to go spend it all again. But always make more money. So I'll get caught up again. And I'll get my bike fixed just in time, probably, for the 110-degree weather that's coming. And right now it's actually a fantastic day. It was 77 when I got here. I don't think it's really gotten warmer since. It could be a couple degrees warmer, could be about 80. It's supposed to get up to about 88 today, but that'll be, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, mid-afternoon. So right now is a perfect time to come. Kind of feel like I probably should have brought some water, but I'll feel fine now that I got to the top. I'm on my way back down. I'm perfectly fine. But I'm definitely not going to make that a habit. I know that where I live now, water's going to be a lot more important when I'm hiking. One of these days I'd like to be like that guy, be able to jog up this mountain. I think this is his third lap. Second for sure. Probably his third now. I don't know. I'm too hairy though. I wish I wasn't so damn hairy. I got no hair on my head, but hair everywhere else. So I get really self-conscious. I'm taking my shirt off. Lots and lots and lots and lots of saguaros. And people wearing hats out here. I could never do that. Wearing hats just makes me sweat even worse. Although, maybe a hat like that.
I'll give her the satisfaction, dude. You didn't get anything out of it. Don't leave it.
I have a hat like that from UPS actually. It's camo. It's pretty cool. I think it's like a safari hat. It's kind of what they're made. They're made for, you know, hot weather, I think. So we'll have to try it. No, almost to the bottom now. You can see the hospital right in front of us, directly in front of us. All right, 21 and a half minutes. Crazy. Really didn't think it was going to take me that long to walk down. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video and the commentary and the views, and hopefully, at the very least, it makes you want to come and visit Tucson, because all I've ever heard about Tucson was how, you know, Tucson's trash, you know, blah, 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 it's ghetto, it's ugly, blah, blah, blah. That couldn't be further from the truth, in my opinion. So hopefully I've convinced you that Tucson's not as bad as the national reputation has it. And you'll want to come visit, because there's plenty to do, plenty to see for a tourist. Great tourist destination. I mean, the locals and the natives will tell you it's boring. They've been here their whole life. They've already seen everything there is to see here, you know? So it's like nothing special to them. But as a tourist, I mean, you can't beat having a national park on both sides of the city. Okay, for one, you got Saguaro West, Saguaro East. On both sides of the city. And it's really close to the city, too. Saguaro is the closest national park to any city in the United States. And there's East and West. Both have their charms. I personally prefer the West a lot more. It's a lot prettier. But the East, you know, has some good hiking trails. The East side has some caves. See more wildlife, javelinas, stuff like that. A lot of people prefer the east side. It's just not as pretty to me. Not as pretty at all. This girl, I don't know if you can, probably can't see her. You may have saw her when I was stopped at the research center. The redhead girl. I followed her up, and then I left to go head down a little bit sooner than she did, but she passed me with all the filming, and now basically following her down. Not on purpose, just happened to work out that way, but she probably, given the fact that she's a relatively attractive woman and I'm a relatively unattractive male, she probably thinks I'm following her, stalking her, creeping her out. You know, that's society in 2024 for you. That's why I've tried to hang back. There's a couple opportunities I had to pass her heading up, and I kind of just stopped, took an extra break so that she wouldn't think, you know, wouldn't get creeped out by me. That's just something I have to do nowadays. So that's what it's like being a male in the 2020s. And now I'm hanging far enough back. Shouldn't be much of a concern to her. I don't know what these little cactuses are called, but I think they're pretty cool looking. I don't think they're saguaros. Hasn't rained here lately, which is fine by me. I'm happy with it. But this place does look a lot more lush and a lot more green right after the rain. It's really quite pretty. A lot of people like to take their drones out and film after the rain because of how green and lush it is, and I don't blame them. If I had one, I'd do the same thing. But I think it's pretty in general. I don't really, the green just enhances it a little bit for me. It's like right now it's like standard TV, and after it rains with the greens, it's like high definition television. I mean, I guess that's the best I can sum it up for you, in my opinion. And right here at this gate, I think will technically be the end of this trail. Hoping to keep this video under half an hour. I think I got 3.5 minutes. I think should be able to do that.